Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po sa programang TNT. Ito pa rin ang inyong lingkod, Thelma Dumpit Morillo, muli pong nagbabalik on a beautiful Friday morning. At syempre, kasama pa rin natin ang aking partner, walang iba kundi si Miss.
Tess Ramirez. Good morning, Miss Thelma.
Good morning, partner Tess. How are you? Thank God it's
Oo
Friday.
nga. At maganda rin yung panahon natin ngayon.
Oo nga, sana magtuloy-tuloy kasi usually maaraw nag-uumpisa, di ba? Yung araw. Tapos maya-maya uulan na naman.
Oo nga eh. Kaya yung umbrella natin, wag natin kalilimutan na
Oo.
magdala lagi ng payong. Itong programang TNT, mga kaibigan, ay sumasa inyo every Friday. Atin sa inyo ng PBS DZRB at ng
Department of
DTI.
Trade and Industry, syempre.
Yes.
At sa araw pong ito, ang tema ng ating programa, paunlarin, paliparan at daungan natin.
Ayan.
Yan. Bakit?
Mahalaga
Bakit
sa
yun?
business yon, di ba? Mahalaga para sa bawat isa sa atin.
Oo,
Yung mga naglalakbay.
yan yung hinihinging infrastruktura. Kasi kahit na ikaw, ang ganda-ganda ng iyong promo para manghikayat ng mga investor o turista sa ating bansa, pangit naman yung ating mga paliparan at saka daungan.
Mapipintasan tayo.
Oo. Hindi, tsaka walang access. Di ba?
Walang maa-attract din na magnegosyo sa atin.
Oo.
So, ang pagkakaalam ko, Director Telma, ang DOTC naglaan ng more than 90 million pesos para sa expansion tsaka sa
90 million lang?
rehabilitation
Million?
ng 90 million pesos.
Talaga?
Mahigit
Parang
para sa
maliit
expansion
yun,
tsaka sa rehabilitasyon ng ilan sa ating mga port areas.
Oo. Yun lang?
Dapat
Parang
ba
maliit
dagdagan?
yun. Kulang na kulang
More.
yun. Anyway, good news muna. Magro-rollback daw ang LPG na naman. As of July 4, 3 piso yata ang rollback, ano? Ikaw ba LPG ginagamit mo sa bahay? O uling?
LPG naman, uling. Masyado namang
Oy!
yun.
Marami ngayon, di ba? Yung tawag ito, mga panibagong pamamaraan o renewable energy.
Oo. Kasi
Hindi na-
nakakasakit sa bagay, hindi ba? Yung indoor pollution na tinatawag.
Yung
Yun
uling?
ang nakukos ng yung uso.
Paano
diba?
yung Coal Mountain dyan sa Payatas?
Yun ang hirap.
Diba? Oh. Anyway, so magandang balita yan, rollback ng LPG. At syempre, dun sa rating naman ng Standards and Poor, ay tumaas na naman ata ang ranking na
Yes,
binigay nila.
tayo.
No, yung credit
Credit
rating,
rating.
hindi pala ranking. Credit rating. So, magmula BB negative,
Naging BB plus na tayo ngayon.
BB positive na tayo. So, very good. Go, go, go!
Kaya natin yan.
Ay, FBR yun.
Tingnan gano'n si Director Telma talaga. Itong programa TNT, mga kaibigan, ay sumasa inyo dito sa impilang DZRB Radyo ng Bayan, 738 kHz at sa bayan ding napapakinggan sa aming kapatid na himpilan, yan ang DWBR 104.3 megahertz. Ayan. At
Okay.
tumangkin natin sa produksyon. Andito si Miss Marela Jem Castro at ang kanyang assistant na si Miss Marjorie.
Marjorie. Oo,
Hi,
si
Marge.
Marjorie.
Sa technical side,
Ano
good
tinawag mo
morning.
sa kanya noon?
O, na iba yung pangalan niya. Good morning kay Engineer na Itable at
Si
kay Mr.
Engineer.
Jun Baladan sa BR naman.
Oo, at saka si Director Tito Cruz.
Yes, of
Kanina,
course.
aaligid-aligid dyan.
Maagad dumating si Director. Good morning, sir.
Oo. Anyway, ngayong Hulyo ay SME month. So,
Panalo ngayon yung
oo.
yun.
July, SME month. So marami tayong aktibidades kaugnay sa pagpapalago ng SME. Alam mo naman partner, ang SME, they represent 98%, if I'm not mistaken, of all businesses in the country. Imagine, 2% lang ang large o yung malalaking negosyo. So kailangan talaga pagpursigihin ang pagtulong sa ating mga SMEs.
Dapat talaga mapaunlad.
Oo.
Diba?
Kasi, nandyan yung, ano yan? Philippine-Japan Friendship Month din. Ngayong 2012. Incidentally, ang yung ating mga panuin ay mga Japanese.
At talaga?
Oo,
Ah.
kasi 'di ba sa isang kumpanya, hindi lang meron tayong tinatawag ngayon yung triple bottom line, 'di ba?
Mm.
Ano ba yung triple bottom line? People, profit, at saka yung planet.
Mhm.
So kailangan meron kayong CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. So, yung isang kumpanya na ating kakausapin ngayong umaga, maganda yung kanilang ginawa kasi dahil sila ay kumikita dito sa ating bansa, naisip nila na meron din dapat na kawang gawa. To give back, di ba?
Mm.
Give back the blessings that they are receiving. So,
Yung
mamaya
iba ginagawa
kausapin
yun
natin.
para lalong makilala yung kanilang company. Pero mahalaga na ando talaga yung ano, 'di ba, yung
Oo.
puso para dun sa masa na tinatawag.
Oo.
Dapat magtulungan din.
Yun, so abangan nila.
Mm.
Anyway, teka, nagpalipat-lipat na tuloy ako eh. Alam mo pinag-uusapan natin? SME!
SME.
SME month, di ba? So SME month, ano ba ang mga activities ngayon?
Ngayong araw pala magkikita-kita kits.
Oo pala,
Hmm.
ngayon ba?
Kita-kits sa
Kita
mata.
Kids Business Training.
July 6, ano?
Oo,
Starting
July
today.
6.
Hmm.
July 6 ba ngayon? Oo nga pala, no? Parang,
Parang kailan lang?
na
June?
memory gap ako
Ayun, June.
bigla. Anyway, July 6, General Business Management Seminars ang libre dyan sa PTTC. Kaya punta na kayo. Ano ba yung mga General Business Management Seminars? How to be an entrepreneur. Paano
Okay.
mag-umpisa ng negosyo.
Mhm.
Diba? Ano yun? Parang yung sa nagtitinda ng pandesal.
May nakapasok ba rito nagbebenta ng ano?
Hindi ba? Naririnig ko lang yun sa umaga eh. Toti,
Ringtone, ang
toti,
cute naman,
toti.
no?
Di ba? Anyway, itong mga General Business Management Seminars. Unang-una, how to be an entrepreneur. Paano, ibig sabihin nun paano maging negosyante. Tapos, Integrated Business Licensing.
Mm.
Dito pumapasok yung PBR, yung Philippine Business Registry. So, parang one-stop shop na ngayon ang ating mga DTI offices. Kasi, kung dati-rate ay kailangan magpalipat-lipat ka ng ahensya
Oh.
para makuha yung mga permit nila, partner. Ngayon, DTI na lang.
Ang tatrabaho ng lahat
Oo,
ng yun.
tapos konektado ka na sa SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth.
Mhm.
Yan.
Correct.
So, integrated business licensing. Tapos, ang kailangan pa rin yung managing your finances kasi karamihan sa atin, ang gaganda ng mga ideas natin, di ba?
Mm.
Pero hindi natin alam paano patakbuhin yung negosyo. So,
Tsaka
paano natin...
very excited sa ano, sa simula. Tapos kapag andyan na, ang hirap nahirapan na silang i-handle yung ano,
Oo.
pati yung finances, di
Oo.
ba? Hanggang sa
Kunyari,
malugi at magsara kagad, 1 week pa lang sarado na
ay, sobra
yung
naman
negosyo.
yun.
Meron gano'n na. Director
1 week
Telma.
open close.
Yes. Close open.
Ang saklap naman nun. Di ba? So yan, matututunan po ninyo how to manage your finances.
Ah.
Also, how to manage price competition. Di ba? Paano ka magiging competitive sa iyong pagpepresyo? Baka ang ganda-ganda ng produkto mo, wala namang maka-afford.
Nako, mahirap yun.
Di, mabuburo lang yung iyong produkto.
Hmm.
Diba? So, anyway, ilan lamang po yan sa mga maaari ninyong i-attend na seminar. Diyan po sa PTTC, July 6. Meron din po July 7, 20, and 21. At para po sa karagdagang impormasyon, tawagan po ninyo ang numero na tawagan ninyo si Marela. 751-3330 po, DTI Direct, para po sa inyong mga suggestion,
Aha.
reklamo at mga komento.
Yan, pinlag talaga yung number ni Marels, ano. Okay, bahagi pa rin po ng ating good news. Meron na tayo makakausap.
TNT. Explosivo, explosivo, explosivo.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy na po tayo at katulad nung nabanggit ko kanina, partner, CSR, napaka-importante niyan. In fact, meron ngayong seminar na nangyayari dyan sa SMX, yung CSR,
Aha.
Corporate Social Responsibility, na itinatag ng League, di ba? CSR League of Foundations ba yun? Tawag doon. Anyway, so CSR, that's very important part of a company's, ano ba yun? corporate, hindi, yun na nga yun eh.
Ikaw talaga, Marias.
Oo, CSR yun na nga yung ibig sabihin
Oo,
nun, yung
bahagi
corporate
rin
social
yun.
responsibility. Mahalagang bahagi ng isang kumpanya yan. Kasi, kumbaga, dyan siya nagiging tao, di ba?
Yes.
Oo, it humanizes the company. It becomes a benefactor. Yun. So anyway, kailan lamang isang kumpanya, itong Terumo Corporation Philippines, namigay ng mga kagamitan pang healthcare. Kasi ang mission nila is to contribute to society through healthcare.
Mabait naman nila.
Oo, ang mga produkto nilang ginagawa actually is sa medical field, mga medical devices. So, sila ay namigay ng mga blood pressure monitors sa mga selected beneficiary schools. So, tanungin natin, ano ba itong Terumo? Ano yung ginagawa nila? Gaano katagal na sila dito? At ano tong kanilang medical devices?
Mission nila din.
Oo.
Oo, dito sa
So,
atin.
let's talk to the president of Terumo Corporation Philippines, Mr. Maki Takizawa. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes.
My name is Takizawa, yes.
Mr. Takizawa-san,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes. First of all, maybe you can tell us what Terumo Corporation is all about. What are your products? How long have you been operating in the Philippines?
Okay. So, Terumo Philippine Corporation is 100% owned by Terumo Corporation Japan. Our company manufactures the most reliable medical device products such as disposable syringe, urinary drainage bag, safety syringe, and IV catheter. Terumo Philippines started its commercial operation in year 2000 with more than 50 employees. Currently, we are exporting to over 30 countries globally and have increased our manpower headcount to more than 2,000 as of today. And we have been operating in the Philippines for more than 12 years now.
Oh, so you have been here for almost 30 years or more than 30 years.
12 years, yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay. Your company's mission is to contribute to society through healthcare,
Yes,
and with a vision of making medical treatment kinder and gentler by providing the best medical devices technology. You, what is this corporate social responsibility program that you have, which recently you turned over to some beneficiary schools?
actually, it's like for one of our companies, is a cooperation with BTI, is a donation of 350 thermal blood pressure monitors to Philippine State University for use at their medical clinics.
Uh-huh.
As a
Okay.
company's CSR, which we also align with PESA annual promotion for these locators include a donation of medical products to the victims of Typhoon Sendong
Uh-huh.
in southern part of Mindanao, particularly in Iligan and Cagayan de Oro cities,
Uh-huh.
through Department of Health last December.
Okay, why did you think of why do you have a CSR program? What do you think does this do for your company? What is the good?
Because of our corporate mission is to contribute to society through healthcare. That is one of our strong mission.
Okay, very good. Are there any programs that you have ongoing with the Department of Trade and Industry or any other government agency?
No, not yet. But for most in our plan, in our expansion, which began this year 2012, this expansion project will generate additional employment for Filipinos
Oh,
Yes,
thank
right.
you. Thank you very much. And what is this expansion all about, Mr. Takizawa-san?
Actually, actually, so we are expanding more our for additional volume of syringe.
Volume,
Manufacturing.
yes, yes. Okay. And I suppose I don't have to ask you what you like about the Philippines because you've been here for 30 years.
Yeah, actually, so I really love this country, and also for our associates.
Sorry, also your...
Yes, we call associates our employee, and I love so much our employee and also our staff.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yes, Filipinos are very good workers, yeah?
Yes,
Okay, so I hope that you will invite your other friends from Japan to set up business here. Tell them the good news about the Philippines.
yes, I guarantee you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, my partner here, Tess, would like to ask you a question.
Good morning, Mr. Takisawa.
Yes.
I just want to know, sir, of all medical devices, why did you choose blood pressure monitors to be given out?
Because of for almost our products is for to use hospital, but this blood pressure monitor is very easy to use for the clinic, and also for we can support the health of our students.
I see.
For the students,
Mhm.
even students already have high
High
blood
blood pressure?
high blood pressure from school.
Sometimes yes.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we thank you for your donation, and we look forward to seeing more of Terumo's products. They are, I'm sure, of good quality.
Yes.
Yes. And maybe one of these days I will try one of your high blood pressure monitors because I'm also high blood.
Yeah. I really appreciate, and so I think so you are enjoying us also to control your health.
Yes, that's right. So, what is the advice that you can give our listeners as far as taking care of their health?
Oh, for injecting for such medicine in the body, especially our exercise or practice is more important.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Health
Okay.
is wealth talaga eh, di ba?
Oo, health is wealth. So, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Takizawa.
Thank you so much also.
Have a good day.
You too. Have a nice weekend.
Marami na palang mga estudyante yung high blood ngayon, ano? Oh, Miss
Oo.
Telma. Kaya yun yung kanilang naisip na i-donate sa mga schools,
Sa mga clinics.
sa clinic.
Oo.
Blood pressure monitor.
So, ang bait naman nila. Pero, kung iisipin mo, 30 years na pala sila dito. So, it must be fun in the Philippines.
Yes. Talagang na-enjoy nila eh, di
Oo.
ba?
Hindi, proud na
Nakatagal
proud
ng
sila sa
ganun.
mga empleyado nila, yung mga Filipino labor natin.
Mhm.
Talaga naman. Anyway, so yung Terumo, maraming medical devices yan from disposable syringes, needles, at kung ano-ano pang state-of-the-art equipment.
Sana dagdagan pa nila i-donate sa atin.
Dito kaya gusto nila mag-donate sa sa Radyo ng Bayan ng isang monitor.
Why not?
Oh,
Di ba?
Why not? May clinic din kami. Ako sa DTI po. Mag-donate po kayo. Maraming high blood doon. Okay.
TNT. Explosivo. Explosivo. Explosivo.
Tangkilikin natin ang radyo ng Pilipino, ang tinig ng mamamayan. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Secretary Sani Coloma, dito sa DZRB, Radyo ng Bayan, 738 kHz. Konektado ka!
Okay, tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating programang TNT. Ito pa rin ang inyong lingkod, Telma Dumpit Murillo, at syempre ang aking partner.
Tess Ramirez.
Yes, partner Tess, ang tanong ng tao muna tayo. Oo, yung ating tanong, para naman magka-premyo ang ating mga taga-subaybay. Ito po, sagutin ninyo, anong buwan ginaganap ang SME Week?
Napakadali naman yan.
Hindi, giveaway talaga to. Kasi yung mga premyo natin, giveaway din.
Oo nga.
Okay, so ang inyong number na iti-text, 0917-422-6342. Ulitin ko po, 0917-422-6342. Anong buwan ginaganap ang SME Week? Ipadala nyo ang answer ninyo. Siyempre, pangalan, address, at inyong sagot. So, text na po kayo.
TNT Explosivo. Pinangungunahan ng DTI Director for Public Relations Office at isa ring dating tagapamahayag na si Miss Thelma Dumpit Murillo at Radyo ng Bayan Anchor na si Tess Ramirez.
Para sa ating TNT top story, nako pinag-uusapan, Director Telma, yung yung Passenger Bill of Rights.
Oo. Actually, di ba nasa mga pahayagan na may linabas ng parang temporary solution yung cab. Pero maraming pumalag na mga airlines, di ba? Sabi nila, ay nako, kung ganyan ang gagawin, wala nang mga piece of air.
Oo nga.
Oo. So,
Marami
paano
ayaw ng
yun?
ganun. By the way, yung CAB ang ibig sabihin po ay Civil Aeronautics Board, ha?
Oo.
Yun, okay.
So, tanungin natin, ano na ba ang status ngayon? Alam ko merong public hearing na magaganap dyan para once and for all matapos na, no? Kasi yun nga yung naging temporary solution, no? That was a unilateral decision on the part of the CAB. So, ngayon pa lang magaganap yung public hearing. So, maraming pumupula dun sa CAB, sinasabi, nako, wala naman pala yung CAB. They blink!
Minamaliit nila?
Oo. So, tanungin natin si Attorney Carmelo Arcilla, Executive Director ng Civil Aeronautics Board. Good morning, Attorney Arcilla. Hello?
Attorney, good morning.
Oh, nawala yata sa ating
Attorney Arcilia.
mahina.
Mahina ba?
Can we try calling him again?
Okay, sige.
Oo. Sige, let's try calling him again. Mahalaga ito kasi, di ba, we want to spur economic activity at isang paraan, ma-increase yung turismo, di ba, yung local tourism sa ating bansa. Pero pagka ganyan na hindi nagkakaintindihan at yung ating mga biyahero, parang ang feeling nila nagogoyo sila dito sa mga promo na ito.
Oo nga. Tsaka hindi nila alam kung ano talagang gagawin. Halimbawa, na-delay yung kanilang flight.
Oo.
O saan sila pupunta? Ano yung kanilang gagawin? Meron ba silang karapatan para gawin yan? Di ba yung mga
Yung mga
usual
overbooking,
questions na ano natin?
di ba? Yung mga nababump off ng mga
Mananakay.
pasahero. Oh, what is their mechanism for redress? Paano ba yan? So,
Saan ako pupulutin ngayon? Hindi na tuloy yung akin.
Plus, ano yung mga ngayon? Ginagawang hakbang para pagandahin yung ating mga airports.
Yes.
Oo. So, number 1 yan So, abangan po ninyo in just,
Okay na?
Okay. Attorney Arcilia.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good actually. I'm mobile now,
Yes.
and I'm going to the DOTC for the public hearing.
Yes, mabuti po at nahuli namin kayo. Ano nga po ba mangyayari dito sa public hearing ngayon?
Well, of course, the draft will be presented for the first time to the stakeholders, and of course, the stakeholders would constitute of the airlines, consumer groups, even the senators. Some senators and congressmen have been invited by Secretary Mar, and then we have the DOT Tourism Secretary will grace the opening, and then the Secretary of Trade. So this is more participatory,
Okay.
and so that will be tested against, in the course of the public hearing.
Yeah, so So it's not going to be a one-way communication. You will be listening to all sides from all the stakeholders.
Yes, of course, and we are looking at least 2 to 3 public hearings. So the end product would be at least responsive and relevant to the demands of the situation. It's really important that we hear out the airlines and the stakeholders.
Attorney, meron din pong contribution ng DTI dito, ano po?
Yeah, they're part of the technical working group that was formed by Secretary Maroas to craft the initial draft that will be subjected to the public hearing.
Yes, you mentioned the initial draft, which some people are saying, I think the CAB blinked because they gave in to the airlines when they.
Yeah, it's very tempting to look at it in that way, but in reality, the provision or the regulations that are being put in place by the CAB were provisional in nature in reaction to a public outcry, and then
Yes.
we are pushing, and Secretary Mar is fast-tracking the Bill of Rights, and maybe in a couple of weeks we will come out with a set of guidelines. And so to the mind of the DOTs in the CAB, it can probably create confusion. And imagine if we have to transition from the status quo to the regulations imposed by the CAB, and then to the Bill of Rights in a span of a month, because the regulations of the CAB would have been effective June 15, So we are avoiding more confusion, especially that the Bill of Rights will also cover the issues that are being covered by the CAB regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Pero habang wala pa yung
Draft.
Yung draft. Sa
Or
ngayon, ano po
yung
yung ginagawa ng
resolution.
CAB? Tsaka pwede bang mag-overbook po at tumanggi rin sa refund yung mga airlines?
Technically, but we are monitoring and we have people on the ground, and we are looking at the possible abuse and possible lack of diligence on the part of the airlines. And so far, we have not seen a man, because we have noticed that the airlines are quite responding. In fact, even in the if you will notice, the advertisements now are more all-in-one, and then they are more responsive to the regulations. So we do not see a problem in the interim at the moment.
Yes. Attorney Arcilia, what are the salient points of this Bill of Rights that's being proposed? Na sa
Well,
palagay po ninyo
yeah.
magkakaroon ng resistance.
It deals with overbooking, denied and canceled flights, and then offloading of baggage, and then check-in procedures. So, more or less, I think these are basic services that are expected of airlines. I think maybe for purposes of our discussion, it might not be advisable to dwell on the merits,
Okay.
because I might be preempting or making conclusions.
Yes, we do not
But
want that.
this will cover basic issues that are the common problems of passengers.
Okay. As far as decongesting NAIA, what are we doing about that now?
Well, number one, this is not my area because this is technical, but from what I know, we have this coordinated arrival slotting system that they are putting in place. So there are other near-term solutions to at least allow for more elbow room at the NAIA. Of course, the long-term solution is a new gateway, maybe in Clark. But there are near-term solutions that would expand to a certain limit the ability of NAIA to land and to allow more flights.
Okay, well, good luck this morning for your public hearing. I hope you finally resolve this issue for the good of the country.
Thank you very much. And I hope that we will come up with something that is good for the industry, not only for the passengers, but also for the airlines.
Okay, magandang umaga po, Attorney Arcilla, and thank you again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
TNT. Explosivo. 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 Philippine Broadcasting Service. Radyo ng Bayan. Nationwide. Sa Metro Manila. DZRB. Radyo ng Bayan.
DZSR Sports Radio.
DZRM. Radyo Magazine.
DWBR-FM Business Radio.
At Overseas Radio. Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo ng Bayan Luzon. DWBT Batanes.
DWPE Tugigarao.
DWFB Lawag.
DZRK Tabuk.
DWFR Bontoc.
DZEQ Baguio.
DZAG Agoo.
DZMQ Dagupan.
DWRS Tayug.
DWLC Lucena.
DWRB Naga.
DZVC Virac.
At DWRM Palawan. Radyo ng Bayan Visayas. DYOG Calbayo.
DYES Borongan.
DYSL Sogod.
DYLL Iloilo.
At DYMR Cebu. Radyo ng Bayan Mindanao. DXJS Tandag.
DXBN Butuan.
DXRG Hingoog.
DXIM Cagayan de Oro.
DXSO Marawi.
DXRP Davao.
DXMR Zamboanga.
DXSM Holo.
DXDC Tawi-Tawi at mga satellite stations sa buong Pilipinas. Philippine Broadcasting Service. Radyo ng Bayan. Nationwide. Nationwide.
Kami po ay napapakinggan din worldwide. Narito po ang paraan kung papaano.
Ngayon, mapapakinggan na ang PBS Radyo ng Bayan saan mang panig ng daigdig. Sa pamamagitan ng internet, mag-log on lamang sa www.pbs.gov.ph. I-click ang Radyo ng Bayan Live o kaya sa www.pinoywebcaster.com. I-click lamang ang Listen. Worldwide na ang PBS Radyo ng Bayan, ang radyo ng bayan.
Anong kailangan kong gawin para mapalago ang aking business?
Kailan ang susunod na trade fair sa aming probinsya?
Saan kaya pwede magtanong tungkol sa mga pulisiya ng pakikipagpalitan?
Teka, tungkol ba yan sa kalakalan at industriya? Heto ang pinakabagong programa na sasagot sa inyong mga problema. Magpapasabog ng balita at impormasyong may kaugnayan sa pagninegosyo at kalakalan sa produkto at pamilihan.
Narito na ang TNT Explosivo. Pinangungunahan ng DTI Director for Public Relations Office at isa ring dating tagapamahayag na si Miss Thelma Dumpit Morillo at Radyo ng Bayan Anchor na si Tess Ramirez.
Alamin ang mga pangunahin at pinakahuling balita na pangkalakalan at pagninegosyo. Ihahatid sa inyo ng Department of Trade and Industry linggo-linggo.
TNT Explosivo. 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 Ang unang pasabog ng DTI sa taong 2012.
Alright, para po naman sa ating negosyantes, meron tayong makakausap, isa pang Japanese.
Talaga naman chinempo, Philippine-Japan Friendship Month kasi.
Tama-tama talaga.
Kaya lahat ng mga guests ay Japanese. Oo. At tayo nagpapasalamat talaga sa bansang Hapon kasi marami silang naitulong sa atin.
Marami na silang kontribusyon. Talaga namang maraming Pilipino yung nakikinabang ngayon. No?
As far as trade and investment, malaki din sila. Number 2 yata sila. Anyway, ano ba ang ito napabalita kasi 'di ba na maglalagak ng pondo ang ating pamahalaan para palaguin yung mga rubber plantations. Oo. At ang harvest niyan dadalin sa mga tire factories, mga companies na ganyan. Yun yung sila magsusupply. Kasi ang laki-laki ng pangailangan ng rubber, pero kulang na kulang yung supply. So, tanungin natin, yung nag-iisang
Kaisa-isang-
tire manufacturing plant dito sa Pilipinas.
Nag-iisa talaga sila, ha?
Oo.
Aba.
Tayo'y maswerte, makakausap po natin ngayong umaga ang presidente po ng Yokohama Tire Philippines Incorporated, si Mr. Tetsuya Kuze. Yan.
Nawala si Mr.
Anyway,
Tetsuya
so we were
Kuze,
saying
so-
earlier, yung si Mr. Kuze, ang presidente ng Yokohama Tire Philippines. It is the only tire manufacturing plant in the Philippines. Top exporter yan dyan sa Clark Freeport Zone. Ang halaga ng kanilang iniluluwas $298 million. In 2011 lang yun, 2011. So, ito rin yung kauna-unahang manufacturing plant na itinayo ng Yokohama Rubber, Japan.
Pero paano kaya, Director Telma, yung buhay ng walang kakompetensya sa business? Nasasarapan kaya sila sa ganung sistema?
Why not?
o nahihirapan dahil iba sila yung
Hindi,
kumbaga,
siguro dito sa
inaasahan
Pilipinas
lang.
wala silang kakompetisyon, pero sa labas meron, 'di ba? So doon ang bakbakan pagdating sa world market.
dito sa atin,
Oo.
solong-solo nila.
Dito,
Malaking kita.
96% nga ang kanilang export sales. So biro mo sa isang taon 7 million ang kanilang production. 7 million tires. Ang daming gulong nun 7 million.
Saan kaya tinatambak yun?
Oo. Anyway, kausapin na natin si Mr. Tetsuya Kuze, President of Yokohama Tire Philippines. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, how do you do?
I'm not fine, thank you.
That's
And you?
good. Thank you for finding time to join our program this morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, to begin with, maybe you can tell us what is Yokohama, how long have you been in the country, and what is the volume of production of Yokohama?
Yes, we came Philippines 16 years ago, 1996, as you know. Then we already doing business 16 years here. We are making the Fox tire for passenger car tire and exporting to Europe, USA, and some country in Asia.
And how do you find it? I presume that you like doing business here in the Philippines. That's why you stayed long, 15 years, as you mentioned. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Your point is why we choose Philippines here, right?
I'm sorry?
What is the question? Sorry, could you repeat?
Yes, you have been here in the Philippines for 15 years, you said?
Yes.
Yes. So I was just curious, what made you stay in the Philippines, do business in the Philippines?
Yes, we are tire industry is very good in Philippines because especially we can get very good healthy worker in Philippines. Yeah, second is very good location and also some logistic items is good for exporting to tire to Europe and America.
So the very good labor and good market in the Philippines? Sir?
Especially the market in Philippines a little smaller for us.
Okay.
That's why we are main customer is outside of Philippines.
I understand that this is also the first plant outside of Japan.
Yes, right. We have factory in USA, but it's not brand new factory. We bought some manufacturer in USA, but the Philippines first tire factory outside of Japan, done by Yokohama.
Okay, Mr. Tetsuya, this is Tess.
Yeah.
Your plans is really big, sir, no? So do you think the local rubber industry is ready to supply your increasing targets? Sir Tetsuya?
Hello?
Yes. My partner here was asking you, do you think that the local supply of rubber as raw material for your tire is sufficient, or do you need more?
Yeah, we have the local supplier already in Mindanao.
Yes.
But the capacity is still small, and we have to improve the quality. And we have some joint ventures together with suppliers to improve their quality.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, what is your annual demand for rubber, if I may ask?
Yeah, I don't have figure, but very huge, because even the all rubber in Mindanao, we only our several percent only for
Yes.
our production number.
Yes, I see.
We need more rubber from Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia.
Oh, okay. So you source also from other ASEAN countries
Yes.
to meet the demand for your product.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your plans in the future? Will you be expanding your plant there at the Clark Freeport Zone?
But we are on the way to trying to increase our production. Already our new plant has been done. And we will increase the number of the tire 3 times bigger than now.
Mm-hmm. How many employees do you have right now?
Now 2,000 plus.
2,000 plus.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much for helping our people.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you and good morning.
Thank you and good morning.
Talaga namang nagpapasalamat tayo sa mga kumpanya katulad ng Yokohama, tsaka yung Terumo, di ba? Dahil sa pamamagitan nila marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nabibigyan ng trabaho. Oo.
That's right.
Meron na tayong winner partner doon sa ating TNT, Tanong ng Tao.
Ayan, sino kaya
Of the
siya?
day, ang ating winner si Miss Rose Gutierrez, 36 years old, mula siya sa Progreso Street ng Guadalupe. At ano ang kanyang sagot? Paano siya naging winner? Okay, ang kanyang sagot ay July. Tumpak!
Correct it.
Oo.
Ayan, palalo kayo. Congratulations.
Oo. So, kunin po ninyo ang inyong premyo dito po sa PIA Building sa Visayas Avenue, 4th floor, at hingin nyo lang sa guard.
Sa PIA Building, 4th floor guard. Ayan.
So, yan po.
Explosivo, explosivo, explosivo.
Paano ko kaya mapaghahandaan ng pagtaas-baba ng mga presyo ng mga bilihin?
May nagbibigay ba ng training para sa mga kagaya kong nais magkaroon ng panibagong kasanayan sa trabaho?
Hala, tama kayang singil sa akin ng tindero?
Teka, tungkol ba yan sa kalakalan at industriya? Heto ang pinakabagong programa na sasagot sa inyong mga problema, magpapasabog ng balita at impormasyong may kaugnayan sa pagninegosyo at kalakalan sa produkto at pamilihan.
Narito na ang TNT Explosivo. Pinangungunahan ng DTI Director for Public Relations Office at isa ring dating tagapamahayag na si Miss Thelma Dumpid Morillo at Radyo ng Bayan Anchor na si Tess Ramirez.
Alamin ang mga pangunahin at pinakahuling balita na pangkalakalan at pagninegosyo. Ihahatid sa inyo ng Department of Trade and Industry linggo-linggo.
TNT Explosivo, Explosivo, Explosivo. Ang unang pasabog ng DTI sa taong 2012.
Meron pa tayong 7 minutes bago mag 9 o'clock. Punta naman tayo sa trade natin to segment ng programang TNT, mga kaibigan. At yung ating pag-uusapan ay...
Ano yun?
Nasa line na, Director, si ano?
Ha?
From SBMA.
Nandiyan na ba?
Oo, andyan na.
Okay.
Kumustahin natin ang Subic kasi theme park capital of the Philippines sila, di ba?
Sila ba?
Sila. Ang
Akala ko
planong
Resort
malihan.
World.
Plano pa lang. Oo. Yes.
Okay, sige. Ang SBMA, isa sa mga investment promotion agencies natin. Alam mo, meron tayo yung isang committee. Ito yung PIPP Steering Committee. At kasama ang SBMA, Clark, CESA, yung Cagayan.
Marami sila.
Ecozone, syempre PEZA. So marami sila. So nakilala natin si Michael Jaan, yung Chief of Staff ng Chairman. So kausapin natin. Nandiyan na ba si Michael?
Nandiyan na siya.
Good morning, Mr. Michael Angelo Villamor.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you po?
I'm okay po.
Thank you for joining us this morning, na?
No problem, ma'am.
So, the tourism industry in Subic is, ano ba, kamusta ba? Gumaganda ba o ano?
Gumaganda naman, ma'am. First of all, good morning to you and to all the listeners. And
my partner here, Tess.
Yes, good morning.
Mr. Michael.
Good morning, Ma'am Tess. Good morning, Ma'am Delma. Yun po, yung sa tourism industry, well, it's been picking up for the past, I think, 1 or 2 years. We've definitely been getting a lot of tourist visitors going into Subic Bay. If you know, I don't know if you've gone to Subic Bay the past ilang buwan, no? Pero subukan mong kumuha ng weekend na tipong nag-book ka a week before, malamang-lamang wala kang makukuha.
Hirap na hirap ako dyan sa Moon Bay.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Ang hirap kumuha ng kwarto.
That's right. So, but we feel that given this indicator, kasi indicator yun that there's a lot of interest in the bay. It has all the features of a tourism destination. You have the mountains, you have the forest, you have the sea. A very quiet, a very calm sea at that dahil napakakalmado ng bay namin. Because of these indicators, because of these characteristics, we feel that we can do even more. Kaya part of the strategic plan of the SBMA moving forward is to really, develop Subic Bay as a tourist destination.
Who's your target market, Michael?
Well, target market, of course, not apart from the domestic tourists na come from Manila, nearby Luzon area kasi malapit because of the SETEX naging malapit tuloy lahat ng mga areas. Our target, of course, are Chinese, affluent Chinese who, for some reason, have a lot of money na gusto nilang gastahin and they want to go to places. We want to bring them in. Koreans, of course, who have spent billions of dollars in tourism alone since 2009, and other sectors, other foreigners who want to find a alternative tourist destination apart from the usual place they've been going to for years.
Pero handa na kaya tayo dun sa conversion talaga ng Subic Airport? At bakit theme park yung napiling pinaka magandang alternative?
Actually, ma'am, just to clarify, it's not necessarily just a theme park. What is actually envisioned here is what we call an integrated, family-oriented tourist destination, wherein a theme park is integrated. Parang to give you a rundown, no, what we're thinking, kasi 200 hectares tong airport eh. So malaking space siya, and it's prime land, nasa tabi siya ng dagat. We're thinking of putting things like luxury villas, family hotels, offices and residential condominiums, a convention center, yun nga, a theme park, tapos may casino, water theme park, super yacht club, a golf course, things like this, all in one area. So the idea is, hindi lang siya theme park, the idea is, kaya siya family-oriented because technically anybody, whether you're Filipino or a foreigner, you can bring your family to Subic Bay and you would have everything there. The dad can go golfing in the morning while the kids play in the theme park. The mom can go shopping. So makikita-kita sila for lunch, dinner dun sa mga high-end restaurant.
So na-envision nyo talaga yung mangyayari, ano? Pero,
so ang parang model ninyo yung Sentosa, ganun
yes,
ba?
ma'am. That's right. That's
okay.
right. And we have approximately the same features. Ganun din. Sentosa is also beside the bay. Although mas malaki ang Sentosa, we want to replicate whatever we have there. In fact, yung mga financial figures namin sa initial study is based on, whatever yung components ng Sentosa.
So, are there any bidders to the project?
Actually, ma'am, we can't for us, of course, considering the nature of the project, kasi ang gagawin namin, gigibain namin yung airport eh. We can't get bidders yet. Although there have been interested parties going to the chairman and the other directors of the board saying that they would be interested in bidding. Right now, we're still in the process of getting the proper approvals. We've presented to the NEDA Economic Cluster. They've given us instructions to coordinate with certain departments of the national government. At the same time, we are also coordinating with the PPP Center. In fact, we are currently, yung application namin for the project development and monitoring facility, may fund that we want to tap precisely to hire mga transactional analysts para magawa na yung master planning, magawa na yung mga bagay na kailangan pagdating ng bidding.
Sige po. So, please keep us posted kung ano man ang mga bago dyan, Michael.
Of course, ma'am. No problem, ma'am.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Okay, good morning.
TNT. Explosivo. Explosivo. Explosivo.
Alas 9 na po ng umaga at dyan nagwawakas ang edisyong ito ng TNT. Maraming salamat sa inyong ginawang pagsubaybay. Thank you kay Miss Marela Jam Castro at kay Miss Marjorie ng DTI at sa ating mga nakatuwang sa technical side kay Engineer Rene Itable. Kami naman po ang inyong mga nakasama. Ako si Tess Ramirez.
At ako po naman si Thelma Dumpit Murillo. Do good, be felt, make a difference. Happy weekend!
Happy weekend! Bye!